All right, Team Black. Got to get thinking immediately. A knight in the corner is an ugly, ugly sight. All right, what's unprotected? This guy. He cannot be hit, though, by White's first move. There's no... If there was a bishop here, c4 is striking at this. So what would my first move be? I think it might be f5. Opens up this diagonal. It also helps out my queen. Where do I think I'm going to castle? In order to castle, I need to castle kingside. I need to move my queen and my bishop. He could stay put. I'm liking f5. One of these 4 pawn moves is pretty much how I start in Fischer Random, though I might want to consider something else. Well, not this right now because of the bishop. However, I think that this is a good start. Although, hang on. Pawn push here? I don't think I have any fear of that. Let's get him in. Pawn to f5. Bishop takes pawn, I'll pre-move that. Okay, I'm not quite sure where my bishop belongs. If white plays f4, what would I really do next? Okay, what's he up to? Any dangerous things? For just a brief moment I was thinking, oh, I'll just give my bishop up for the knight, but that's crazy. I'm not even damaging the structure in any way. The knight's there to recapture. I think I might want to follow suit. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, but wait a second. Is knight here going to be a bug? I should be able to defend that without any issues. Although, I don't know about that. Hang on. I don't want to do this. It's just I'm asking for trouble weakening these light squares. What a bug. Man, really? He's already going after this pawn. How dare you? Wow, I already feel like I'm in an uncomfortable position. Move 2. That's Fischer Random right there. Man, like knight to a5 scares me. It really does. And it should scare me, right? Knight a5, push, knight here. Smothered mate, well, I have to give my rook up. And then my knight's dead. Okay, I might need to do this move. b6? Just stop any knight nonsense here. No, I don't need to do that. How about I push here? I guess I was just seeing things. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, why? I wasted all that time seeing things that weren't really so dangerous. I could play e4, but you could be sure that that pawn will be undermined. If I'm placing a pawn on white side of the board, these are the moves that immediately come to mind, ones that strike at it. f3, e3. This bishop doesn't want to be shut out of the game. So this is an idea. Another idea I had is to meet knight a5 with this. Okay, now I'm definitely doing that. So he's kind of a dead piece. If you don't do anything about this structure, he's a cooked duck right here in the corner. Gotta do something. So now what comes to mind, undermining this pawn chain, you could strike at the tail, which is the first thing that should maybe come to mind. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think I just, oh my goodness. Wow, this is so dangerous already. Do you see how dangerous this is? Look at this bishop. He's ready to kill me. Push, takes, rook takes, queen takes, bishop here. Oh, I could block with my knight. That's super scary, though, I must say. Maybe I should run for the hills. Wow. This is uncomfortable. This is really uncomfortable. Okay. Wow. This is super uncomfortable. Okay, my king is going to just take a hike. I'm down to less than 2 minutes. We're only 4 moves in, but this is a really wacky position. So that's my excuse for taking so much time. It's a really wacky position, so... I guess this is also a good idea in reinforcing... Well, no, I mean, I could have gone there anyway, but my main idea was to simply run away. Oh, man. Oh, this is probably not a good move, because I get to defend and throw a punch at the knight. Wow. This is certainly one of the more complicated positions I've encountered in Fischer Random. Okay. Next up, I should probably develop a piece. I've been making all pawn moves. Okay. Wow. F5, E5, G6, C6. Calling all pieces. These guys need to do something. I'm not really going to have anything insightful to share after this game. Wow. Okay. So, I don't even know how to even make this look like a regular chess position. I don't even know how to make it look half decent or half coordinated looking. He's a bum in the corner right here. King here, knight here. Oh, hang on. I could castle queenside. Though I'm not sure that that's so helpful. What's he up to now? I should probably get my other knight working. Minute 30. I got a 1 minute time disadvantage. I'm also now able to play here without any fork. So that's a good thing. Is this knight going to be annoying? I can't do this because then both knights are trained on e6, but I could give him a kick with b6. I may have to do this anyhow because of the bishop having pressure here. Though, you know what? Where does this knight move to next? Because he's kind of stuck. There's no safe square for the knight. What's this up? What's the story with this? I don't know. Let's clear out another piece. Yeah, I guess just develop. I mean, I'm playing, it feels, only on 2 ranks of the board. I have 1 pawn on my opponent's side of the board, but everything else is just, it seems, half developed. Okay, castle queenside. I could play here, but maybe that's helping white to open up this file one day. So, what could I do to make progress? Okay, let's get this in. Or should I take here and then push? I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take that guy out and then push here. He's my bad bishop. Oh, I forgot about that. That was stupid. All right, let's shut down this bishop. Well, I could still do this soon. He was my bad bishop anyway. All right, he's insisting on that. Let me get another pawn up in the center. So I'm playing against their light square bishop. Oh, he's kicking it into a higher gear. All right, let's see if I could close it up. Force him to take. I want to play my rook here. Okay, they did that. So I could castle on this side of the board. I could have taken that pawn. I'm soon going to do that. Probably next. No, I want to contest this file. I finally have some coordination. Yeah, I'm doing better right now. I'm ready to grab that pawn on b2. I'm going to take him now. Definitely. He's a dead piece in the corner. And then let's drop back here. He's unprotected. I'm just going to push him. 31 seconds. Could take that knight. My knights need to do a better job. Okay, let's get my knight right here on d6. Could throw him in here. 27 seconds. Need to get rid of that knight. Get him out of there. I'm defending here. Let's keep pushing. I'm going to take that knight. Oh, knights versus bishops. Where does my knight belong? Right here. There's a home. Get there. He definitely needs to get there and fast. Oh, I have a passed pawn too. Connect to passed pawn. I don't want to move the knight so quick. Is queen gonna pin? Yeah. Oh, I could do this. No, knight here. My knight's a good defender, though. He could come over here. That's strictly defensive. 14 seconds. Ugh. Okay. I'm hitting the rook here. Queen trade? He can't come over here and contest the file. Okay, I'm a little bit more happy here. Let me... Can I really take that? Get my other knight working finally. Here, here. I could take here if bishop takes. I'm on the rook twice. Less than 10. Oh, he's missing that. Oh, it's falling now. Everything is hit, and it's a lot more clean at this point. A lot more clean. A little step ladder there right at the end. Oh, man, what a complicated game. Oh, man. Beginning. I had some serious fears if you didn't realize. Let's go back quickly. I'm not going to have much to offer with this one. These are just play them, they're fun, and let's get out of here and not even stare at that position ever again. You may never see that position ever again. Okay, so I'm gonna see how things were from your side of the board. If I look from my side, I'm gonna get scared again. This is the move. I spent so much time being so concerned about knight to a5. Yeah, like knight here right now. I gotta do this. This one really scared me. I don't know. This is good. This is the right way. It feels like we're on the black. We have the black pieces, and we're playing a Benko gambit, undermining this structure. And the rook is already well placed to facilitate this advance. So you're striking at the tail of this structure. You also have that option, striking at the head. So yeah, maybe instead of the knight, I wonder if you could just go forward with taking here, or even immediately giving this check. This is the one that was bugging me. Man, I was really sweating that one out. This check. That's why I did this, so my king could just run. I think if I did this, there's a couple takes. My queen is on this square. Bishop check. I have to block with my knight. And only my king can't run away so easily. It's an uncomfortable pin. What a messy start to this game. What kind of position was this again? Knight in the corner. A rook in between both knights. Yeah, when these knights are both on one side of the board, it can be really, really messy. This was one of the messier ones I've experienced. Sometimes just after a handful of moves, you'll be like, oh, this is kind of like the dragon structure or this particular opening. But not in this game. This is, when you first look at this, you could clearly tell it's a Fischer random game. And I'm really speechless. I don't even know what to suggest. I mean, it was a tough game. I gave up my bishop. You should try to be getting him activated with like this move. Okay, you're prying open the A file. You're contesting the A file. I think instead of closing it up, maybe you should take and then play rook here. You know, in such a closed position, this might be an interesting idea to give up the exchange only to maybe activate the dark square bishop. Takes, let's say here, if you want to be assured that I'm taking back with the pawn. I have at least a few more options if you're taking on c4, but if you wanted to make sure I just have pawns on c4 and a4, you could take here, and after the recapture, rook to b4. I could put pressure on it, but maybe you just play bishop b6 and say, go ahead, take my bishop, because then he's going to spring right to life. So in these fairly closed positions, you know, ignoring this a file being opened, this might be an interesting exchange sacrifice. So it's not just helpful to the bishop, but pawn structure-wise, this is, of course, a great asset because you would then have connected passed pawns, the guy on b4. All right, we didn't go there. We went into a more closed position. I started to feel a lot more comfortable here, and I think at this point I am better, but I'm not so sure about my decisions. Well, we're losing a pawn here. Something needs to be done with that, but we're kind of, at least I'm in bullet mode here, but that was overlooked. I had that option for a few turns, but I wanted to make sure I had my rooks connected before I grabbed here. And I wasn't so happy. This is really, I didn't want to do this. Maybe I should have just immediately pushed. I don't know, maybe you're able to jump in here. But he's kind of a dead piece. I think this needed to happen much sooner, to do something about this pawn on the white side of the board. He was far too cramping. And another thing, by capturing on this a4 square, you know, when you played this, I think the very first thought I had, as soon as that move was played, I think my first thought was, okay, good, I'll be able to have a safe home for my king. So when I castle on this side of the board, nothing bad's going to happen over here. So I was pointing out this idea of an exchange sacrifice with rook to b4, but there's also, with this move, with this locking up type of move, comes now king security. That was a thought that I had, and so I was a little bit more at ease when I saw this move. Okay, queen c2. Never really broke at this, so I'll always have some lasting advantage in the form of space. So I'm not sure that this is the ideal environment, really, for the bishops. It's too locked of a structure. Got kicked around. We're just going crazy at this point, and he's always a constant annoyance. I should have maybe even considered just pushing and then throwing my knight in here. That would be probably a good idea, and just play against this dark square bishop. Yeah, it takes forever for this bishop to get activated. This is the only open diagonal now. But we're just going crazy at this point. All right, good game. Love the Fischer random games.